Team Marquez, Elliot, get the mic.
Thanks, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Team Austin.
He's watching.
So Steam Crispy Live, what is it? Tell me in the comments below.
This is the tiebreaker, everybody. Team Marquez. Ralphie, everybody wins. Will you just bring some prizes out, please? Where's Ralphie?
He's busy. He's doing Rocky things.
Coming. Yay! You're a winner! And you're a winner!
Yes, we will.
Wow! Best impressions ever!
Seriously.
Thank you to our volunteers. When you guys take a seat, thank you so much Awesome. Okay, so how many in the room are video creators? Oh my bad. We're still gifted. Well, raise your hand if you make videos on the interwebs. Great! So you're probably interested in the creative process of these guys, right? We're all subscribed to them on YouTube. We really like their work, right? So this is a little segment around that creative process. We're going to have these guys kind of talk through how they've come up with some of their videos, maybe even premiere a new video. We'll see. Marquez, what do you have on deck for us here?
Drew does too. Oh.
Hey guys. Alright. I'm going to show you guys a video that's already up, so not as exciting because we've got some new stuff that you
He's
haven't
got the
seen
dream
yet.
desk.
But I'm going to walk you through a little bit of one of my videos, what I was thinking, a little bit of the creative process, and hopefully you can get something. Where's the crap? There it is. Right. This is Dope Tech from CES 2016. This year. Alright, first of all, CES. So CES is a live event. Like this is a live event. So there's a lot of weird stuff that goes down that you don't normally see at live events. Dr. Fuji type stuff. Yeah.
Human passion.
I love Dr. Fuji. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys. So the first part. So new intro, by the way. That's fun.
So clean.
So 1 minute and 8 seconds is my first Jaybirds booth to get a look at their new Bluetooth earbuds, which are the Jaybird Freedom and the X3. The X3 are a single color matte finish. Fun fact about this shot, as far as I know, this is the only shot of the Jaybird X3s on YouTube. They kind of let me in on that. So they have the X2s. You guys have probably heard of the Jaybird Blue Buds X, the originals. The X3s came out. They didn't have them out on the show floor, but they kind of invited me backstage and let me get that shot. Another fun fact about Jaybird, the most popular color of their X1s and X2s was black before you guys all watched the review video, after which point the most popular color that they sell is red. New colors, and the Freedom are an even smaller, super lightweight bud, where the earbud itself is super small, so that's big for them. So this guy has shot a lot of video on Nikon DSLRs.
In the past.
We talk crispy a lot, we talk gear a lot, and CES is a place where we see a lot of gear, and a lot of people like to talk about the gear that you use to make said crispy videos. I found it interesting that Nikon is sort of trying to get back in the game as it fell behind, but I don't know, there's a lot of, you could talk about gear for probably an hour and a half. I just thought it was interesting that we kind of switched a lot to video cameras from still cameras that we rigged to make video cameras. So we shot with DSLRs a lot. First of all, the 5D Mark III became a video camera by accident, and we all kind of hopped on that DSLR video train. But sort of a fun thing, seeing new video cameras and how people get creative making still cameras into video cameras.
Also, those are my hands in case anyone was
Oh,
curious.
yeah, that's not the only instance of other people's hands in my videos. Potential YouTube gear. Nikon D5 338. I want to go 3 minutes and 38 seconds. B. And not gonna lie, I saw one that didn't even look that good, but Austin and I, and Amy, I think, saw this 8K TV, right? We saw 2 8K TVs at CES this year. This is the first one we saw. It looked like garbage.
The worst.
And I'll tell you what, there's almost no 8K video out there, and they had a video, you can see a video playing on a TV.
Upscale 1080p content or something like.
And I mentioned it in the video, it was probably upscale 1080p. It was probably, it looked like upscale 4K, but it just looked really, really bad.
It was about as crunchy as the screen is, so.
Yeah, the irony of this whole thing is we're doing Team Crispy Live with an 800 by 600 projector. I'm so sorry. But that was kind of funny. Like a lot of the crispy stuff we're making is like the first on the internet. There's not a lot of 4K video out there, but if we're making high quality stuff, you're kind of like pioneers in that way. Right after we saw this,
Don't think they had any 8K video to show. But the killer for me here was the LG 98-inch 8K TV.
now, you can't really tell by watching a compressed YouTube video on the Interspace 600 projector that this was like the most beautiful screen at CES, but it was.
Yes.
And it was because we were just showing 40 megapixel photos. They're not showing videos. You can't really have 8K videos just playing. So they had a bunch of really high-res photos. It was just a slideshow, and it looked a lot better than trying to show a video. Good job, LG.
It's just pictures. It's just a
Alright,
slideshow.
450.
But it looks so good.
Next time.
Many of the things at CES had. Bottom line is, it was pretty awesome.
These guys, how many of you guys heard these headphones? You heard them? You heard them?
Did you hear them? No.
You did not hear them? Never heard them? Alright. It's okay. They sounded pretty good. The Sennheiser Orpheus, these $50,000 headphones, I kind of wanted to mention the idea of the CES roundup video. One little bit of insight is I went to CES knowing that I was going to make one video. A lot of people go to CES knowing they're going to make 20 videos, or that they're going to make a bunch of videos about a bunch of different things that they see. Totally different creative decisions, different ways to approach that. I just happened to make one video. So John made an entire video about these headphones. You probably also all watched that. If you haven't, do that. It's pretty great. And these, if you don't know, are $50,000 Sennheiser listening things. I hesitate to call them headphones. They're limited edition.
Buy that if they have the money.
If you had $100 million, would you buy these? Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Would you listen to like Spotify on your phone through them?
Through your phone without a device.
Yeah, this was like the 8K TV headphones. Last thing is
word summary of the listening experience as tablet. It's 4K, so the drum game is clearly being staged.
So this shot is me behind the camera, like this, holding my arm out in front of the lens, like trying to like get the thing to point towards the camera so it can be in the shot. It's a little awkward. The next shot.
And Griffin showed up with one of my favorite.
It's a lot easier just having someone else hold the device, right? That's a big part of what us YouTubers do at live events. A lot of you are probably familiar that when you're in person, you get to collaborate, not just mentally, but literally have someone else help you make a video. And we all kind of have this mentality where we're pretty good with cameras and we're pretty good with framing and focus. So that's the kind of thing we can help each other with.
Actually, I benchmark as is red, so just saying.
That was about it. That's all I have to do for this video. Hope you enjoyed the little backstory preview. We can talk more about live event stuff, but that's all I got.
Awesome. Hey, John,
Yes.
I would love to know if you have something to share
I
today.
think Marquez should come up with me. He's seen it.
That's pretty good.
Can I get a show of hands of you out there who have desks at home?
I don't have a dream desk.
Maybe a little too much. Marquez, you got it. So you guys are actually getting a look at something that hasn't gone on YouTube yet. It's supposed to go up tomorrow, but Team Kristen gets to see it early. It's actually Justin. This is your idea, so I'll give you all the credit. So here we go. Ready? You can operate video cameras, not slideshows.
Computers work because of cloud and space. The desk is what makes it. And that's kind of the whole idea of a dream desk. You don't see a desk like this ever. You don't see levitating halves of incredibly well-built pieces of furniture making things, taking things.
The desk is back, it's better than ever, but this time there's a catch. You see, I'm not just building any desk, I am building one for MKBHD.